Have you ever wondered the effects of alcohol on the body? If yes, you are in the right place. Stick with me as I discuss what alcohol is and the various ways it can affect the body. According to Wikipedia, an alcoholic beverage is a drink that contains ethanol, a type of alcohol that acts as a drug and is produced by fermentation of grains, fruits, or other sources of sugar. The consumption of alcoholic drinks, often referred to as drinking, plays an important role in many cultures. Now, many groups of people hold on to various beliefs with regards to alcohol. Some even drink alcohol in celebration of certain feasts, like the St. Patrick's Day. The Irish people first started to honor St. Patrick on the anniversary of his death. The Christian people held a great feast for which Lenten food and alcohol restrictions were temporarily removed, which is why drinking has become synonymous with the holiday. There are many myths in relation to alcohols, some of which include 1. Alcohol can be used as a food supplement. 2. Alcohol warms the body. 3. Alcohol is a stimulant drug. 4. Hangovers are caused by switching drinks. 5. Alcoholics drink every day. 6. You can't become an alcoholic by drinking only beer. 7. Black coffee or cold shower sobers a drunk. Whether or not these are true depends on the context with which one is speaking of. It also depends on perception and experience, as well as various individual responses to alcohol. We will be talking about the pathway of alcohol in the body and what it does to the body. Also be talking about the wonderful feeling, hangover. First of all, I have to make this clear. Alcohol or ethanol is a legitimate toxin. There are studies that show that small amounts of daily consumption may be good for you. Those studies are pretty inconsistent, as I have not seen anyone who can really say it has been significantly healthy for them. If you are an adult of legal drinking age and are drinking responsibly, all the power to you. I can't get in your way. Just know that it is not good for you. Now, to the pathway. First, obviously, alcohol is taken through the mouth. Very little amount of alcohol is absorbed in the mouth via membranes directly into the bloodstream. It then moves to the pharynx at the neck region. The alcohol now moves to the esophagus, the long tube connecting the pharynx to the stomach. From the esophagus to the stomach, where more of the alcohol is absorbed directly into the bloodstream via mucosal tissue. The stomach has a pyloric sphincter, important as the gatekeeper, which contracts or relaxes to empty food into the small intestine. On an empty stomach, the pyloric sphincter is more open, hence when you drink alcohol on an empty stomach, it gets to the small intestine quicker. Having more food in the stomach delays alcohol movement and absorption. Small intestine. The small intestine is attached to the abdominal wall by a fold of membrane called the mesentery. The mesentery is responsible for the absorption of the alcohol at the small intestine. The alcohol is then transferred to the liver. The alcohol meets an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase, which converts it to acetaldehyde. This form is more toxic than the ethanol itself. Luckily, the liver has another enzyme, aldehyde dehydrogenase, that converts the acetaldehyde to acetate, a less toxic compound that breaks down into water and carbon dioxide. But here is the thing. The amount of alcohol, the time frame you consume, has a strong impact on the liver's ability to convert it to acetate. Hence, may not be able to handle all of it, and will send back the rest of the alcohol to the blood. Meanwhile, part of the alcohol goes to the heart, then to the lungs, major organ of respiration. That's how alcohol gets to the breath. Now, not all alcohol can evaporate via the breath and will get back to the heart, where it contracts and sends the blood to the body. At this stage, alcohol can react with almost all organs in the body. At the brain, alcohol does this. 1. It stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which causes the heart to beat faster and cause more alcohol to get to the muscle. This causes sweat and also affects protein synthesis and muscle development. 2. Alcohol distorts the functions of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and the likes. This causes one to have feelings of pleasure, euphoria, lowered reflexes, lowered inhibitions, and lowered cognitive ability. This lowered inhibition of hormones is what causes one to do crazy things like, what if I took off my pants, jump on the table and scream, I am the king of the world. You see, anybody who is not drinking, that's a terrible idea, but someone who has had 5 shots, that's a great idea, a smart idea, and a necessary one. 3. At the brain also, alcohol affects the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, which controls the entire hormonal system. So when you start drinking, the hypothalamus is aware and will start adjusting off of the alcohol. It increases the level of the stress hormone, adrenaline, in the blood. Come to think of it, pleasure, euphoria, lowered cognitive ability. Not only that, now you're stressed. Mixed feelings. That can be so terrible. 4. The alcohol also slows down antidiuretic hormone, also known as vasopressin. The antidiuretic hormone is responsible for retaining water in the body. Alcohol influences the secretion of the antidiuretic hormone. This in turn has a great effect on the kidney. The kidney is responsible for the production of urine. This is what causes peeing a lot. When one drinks alcohol, as a result may lead to dehydration. If this doesn't sum up the alcohol experience, I don't know what does. At the same time though, alcohol doesn't affect every individual in the same way. Various factors can determine individual response to the intake of same amount of alcohol. These include 1. Sex. Females can be affected more intensely. This is because they have a higher fat percentage with lower blood volumes compared to males of same weight. This results to having more concentration of alcohol in the blood of females than males. 2. Age. This is another factor that may affect individual response to alcohol intake. 3. Genetics. Various genetic factors may affect individual responses as well. Maybe not having enough enzymes to break down the alcohol taken. Hangovers. Hangovers are generally pretty mysterious. It comes maybe because you are dehydrated, due to lack of sleep, maybe because you're physically beaten up. All these things may add up. Remember we talked about acetaldehyde. It can be a major factor that may contribute physiologically in hangovers. So at least too much is going to create some of this hangover. Some possible signs and symptoms of hangovers can be diarrhea, dizziness, nausea, possible vomiting, fatigue, loss of appetite, and so on. Talking about how to solve the hangover, the best I can possibly say is time. Others may say coffee, shower, sleep. The only thing that has actually been proving is time itself. You have to wait it out. Although I am curious to see if you can leave it in the comments below what you may have heard, or what you do or can swear by that works in solving hangovers. I hope you make better decisions with your drinking. As always, please like, subscribe if you haven't. But if you have, ensure to hit on the notification button to get updated when educative videos like this comes up. If you're gonna go drinking, please do so responsibly and try not to take your pant off and say you are the king of the world. Share this video with your friends and loved ones so they can learn about alcohol and how it affects the body. Thanks for watching.